everybody, the pain that you're feeling right now is actually coming from your childhood. What was your childhood home like? I'm going to make a longer video on this, but when you hear the word home, what do you feel? What are the sensations arises within you? Are these the sensations that you want to run away from? Because the sensations are of fear, pain, brokenness and betrayal and like abuse and horror and terrifying and tragedy, and those sensations, we want to run away from them. So even though you don't know what actual words for those sensations, if you just feel them, try to sit with them, do you want to run away, or can you like really feel it? Because if you want to run away, then definitely it's of horror, of tragedies, of tragic, of brokenness and darkness, and darkness. Sometimes, of course, yes, lot of us grew up in very emotionally dysfunctional homes, okay, neglect and lot of abuse, verbal abuse, physical violence and all of that. But darkness for a little child, like 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old, is having nobody to talk to, like having nobody that they can go to. Nobody sees them, they don't have anybody around who will hear them, understand them, love them. And especially when we grew up around people who are meant to love us, our parents, and they start to betray us, okay, by not seeing us, by not connecting to us. It's a very sad thing for a child. So it's not only you. So it is not the pain that you're feeling right now is, you are feeling it right now, that pain, exact pain you felt in your childhood, and now because you were not in a safe environment to even feel your feelings, so now that pain is bubbling up. So maybe right now you are in a safer environment where you can feel your feelings. So now that deeper grief, that lost childhood, that all the wrong that happened to you, because yes, it was wrong, whatever happened to you was wrong, okay. So it all began in the childhood. When I say began in the childhood, I am not in any way telling you to live in the past, but you have to understand, when we go through any kind of physical injury, doctors do x-ray, some kind of MRI, something to become aware which bone is exactly broken, so that they can give you the appropriate medicine and appropriate guidance to heal that bone. Just like that emotional injury, you gotta know where the pain is, where that injury has happened. So that for that you have to become aware of your childhood. And one way to become aware of your child is could be looking at like your parents, what are they doing, because they have been like that for many years. If that behavior is hurtful right now, that behavior was definitely hurtful when you were 5 months old, 6 months old, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5-year-old, 7-year-old, okay. Another way, if you're not in contact with them, wait, my dog is barking. Rani, stop! Stop it! Okay, another way of becoming aware of your childhood is through sensations, okay. When I say the word home, could you sit with that sensation of, like when you sit with that sensation and you instead of running away from it, you dive deep into it slowly. And the way to be present with your sensation, because you would want to run away from it, is how does this feel in my body? And if your mind comes up and tells you like, what, I really cannot feel this feeling, it's too big or it's too hard, then you tell yourself like, how does feeling something so big feels in my body? How does avoiding this feeling feels in my body right now? You have to come back through this question into your body, into that sensation, into that emotion, okay. I made this video to make you aware, so that you have an idea, like if in your home money was very hard to live by, like make, or there's a lot of fights around money, and your father was always disappointed about the money and all of that. So you now have like that disappointing nature around money, or you now have that like very hurtful relationship with money. And if you saw your parents fighting a lot, then now you have that very annoying relationship with love. You may manifest those kind of people, who don't know how to love, or who either like excuse me, I just had my dinner. So you may attract men, if you grew up around like a father who was never there. So you may attract men in your life who are not emotionally there, or who want to like, who does not like give you like proper attention, like they don't make you feel like a princess, like like how your father made you feel. How did your father made you feel? Like my father as a child made me feel like I don't matter at all, my feelings don't matter, I am like worth nothing, I'm just like very all those kind of feelings, because of which my self-esteem in my adulthood was super low. I would entertain men who were like not doing anything for me, okay, and it's a very weird feeling, very bad feeling, okay. Especially when you start to heal, you will realize how other people treated you properly. That's hurtful, but how you also treated yourself very poorly, it's very hard. And if you grew up around very abusive mother who would not take care of herself and all of that, then you will be continuously surrounded by women who would try to control you, who will be aggressive and all of that, and you will constantly fear them, and you will make it mean that every woman is like that. So healing that narratives that we have picked up around like money, around people, around the world, because if in our home it was disconnection, like even the people are abusive but they are still living together, we may have understood like, okay, love means abusing each other but still staying together. So you will continue to stay in abusive situation in the name of love, okay. So we gotta heal these narratives that we have picked up in our childhood. How do we heal them? First, becoming aware of them. How do we become aware of them? Through daily journaling. It's a commitment to, how we commit to our health. And health is not just our physical health, health is emotional health also, emotional health, okay. Because when your emotional health is fine, you naturally become very active towards your physical health, because if you are using all these exercises also to avoid your feelings, it will not work. I am telling you right now, nothing will ever work if you are trying to avoid your feelings. You have to find the right way, which is to feel through them, okay. And sometimes feelings can be big and they can make you slow, and it's okay, but sometimes you have to feel your feelings and still do the right thing, which is whatever the hard thing. When you feel like, oh my god, this is very hard, I cannot do it, but when you persevere through these feelings, you will be able to become very resilient in your life. You will be able to feel those feelings and still do the right thing. That means you will not abandon your business, your career, your relationships just because you're feeling certain way. So feeling is the way. Through feeling you are healing, okay. Through a feeling you can also aware. Like I always have this very melancholic vibe around romance. Why? Because I saw a very painful relationship of my parents, okay. I feel very fearful energy around color white. Why? Because maybe when you were a child, you were surrounded by white a lot, and a lot of abusive things were happening. So now you associated white with abuse. So you gotta become very aware, and then when you start to become aware, slowly these ideas about people, about the world, starts to fall away, and then you become a match to better things, more loving, more connection, and it's a slow process. It's not like a very yummy, delicious process. It's very savory, it's bitter, okay. We cry and like all of those things. but every step we do get supported, and the better it gets, the better it gets. You know, like a woman, Teal Swan, if you're aware about, she says this, that the better you get, the better you get, and the better it gets, the better it gets. It's true, but sometimes we get this feeling, I get this feeling like, what the fuck, why is it not happening so fast, why is it still not happening, why these scenarios still keep happening, you know. And of course it happens, healing happens in layers and all of that, but I do get this aggressive feeling and this feeling of like this anger, like why am I still not there, why does this keep happening still in my life, you know. So we gotta persevere through this feeling, and it doesn't feel good. Okay, I am Jyoti, your spiritual bestie, your spiritual guide. You can book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me. I can support you, I can sit with you in the dark, feel your grief with you, hold the safe space for you while you dive deep into your feelings, and share with you tools and techniques, and like unique, because every human being is very individual. That's why I like one-on-one session, because that gives me an opportunity to dive deep with you what you actually need, because not every size fits all, right? So that's why these one-on-one sessions is very helpful. Also, if my message was helpful, you can donate. I would really appreciate that. Helps me keep going. Okay, helps me keep showing up. And I have something magical for you, which is my magic paintings. When you keep them around you in your home space, in your office space, you're bringing so much good energy, positive energies into your life. This one says, taking a leap of faith on myself. And when you bring this painting into your life, you're bringing energies of courage, bravery, strength, power, healing of shame, and you know, you will also start to find yourself, you know, following your passions and, you know, big crazy wild dreams. So, and you can also gift it to your loved ones, because you're, you know, gifting them good energy. And this one says, God's ease, God's peace, God's prosperity flowing effortlessly in every area of my life. This is magic painting number 2. God's prosperity, meaning infinite sources, because we can feel like, oh, I only have one source of love, I only have one source of connection, I only have one source of income. But when we are open and connected to God's prosperity, then there are infinite and multiple sources of love, multiple sources of connection, multiple sources of joy. And I have 2 other magic paintings that you must go to my description and check them out, because one of them I created in the same room my mother conceived me in. And my mother was, when I was in her belly for 9 months, in that same room she was going through massive, you know, abuse, fear, panics. So when I was in that room at the age of 26, all those sensations came alive in me. But my inner child, you know, like with my creativity, it just alchemized it all into peace, into so much peace. Like when you will look into that painting, there is like sensation of deep peace will take over you. Check it out. It is in pink and golden color. It says, I am safe, I am supported. When you keep that painting around you, your inner child will feel so much safer. If you have children, keep them in their room, you know, gift it to your friends and family. Really amazing painting, you know. And I love you. I'm here for you. Comment down below what are your takeaways from this video. I made this video to make you aware about, you know, to guide you to start to become aware about your childhood, what your pains are. And more than that, it's not even about the pain and all of that. It's your inner child needs your attention. It was not heard, it was not held, it was not loved properly. So now you gotta give that love to that, you know, that brave soldier who got you to this far. You know how hard it was to go through, like to live with the people who are not seeing you, hearing you, understanding you, loving you, you know. So, but still, your inner child persevered and got you where you are right now. So, you gotta give it attention and the love that it deserves, and the sympathy, empathy, and acknowledgement and gratitude, your gratitude. So, my intention was that. Yeah, I'll see you in another video. Thank you for being here. Comment down below, say I love you. Share your story with me. I'd like to have a convo with you.